Three of boxing's most exciting fighters, together for one night.
Oh, the left hook. Good right hand. Dead on the chin. Big left hook.
Each brings an aggressive style that guarantees one thing: high voltage ring action. Nonito Donaire Jr. often draws comparisons to his fellow Filipino pound-for-pound king, Manny Pacquiao. Now he seeks to live up to the hype by retaining his second title in as many divisions. For Mexico's Fernando Montiel, this fight is about redemption, overcoming his controversial last bout and keeping his world title. And after battling through some difficulties in his personal life, Puerto Rico's Morel hopes to regain his world championship status. This is Countdown to a special edition of Top Rank's Latin Fury and Pinoy Power World Championship doubleheader. Puerto Rico and Mexico have birthed some of boxing's greatest fighters, and its fights are some of the sport's more passionate ones in the world. But the Philippines is coming on strong on both counts.
And so there's great tradition among Mexicans and Puerto Ricans. And now that we're seeing the talent from the Philippines, they add to the mix, and they add very well to the mix.
Even though he has a world title, Nonito Donaire Jr. still feels each fight is one where he needs to justify his success.
Well, I constantly need to prove to myself that I belong in this level, you know. Just for me as a fighter, I want to take every guy out there, and I always want to challenge myself to do better than what I expect, or to do better than what people expect.
World Bantamweight champion Fernando Montiel wants to show the controversial last draw against his last opponent was a fluke.
Well, you know, they say in baseball that after a great play or after a great out, there comes a great home run, right? And I'm just going to show that I'm still in top form, and I'm going to put a lot of effort into my training. You know, I've got high hopes, and I'm very hungry for this. And I'm going to show that last time was just a fluke, you know, just a mistake.
For Morel, this fight presents him with a rare second chance. It's an opportunity to recapture both the championship and his past glory after some problems in his personal life.
I believe that the time right now is the time that I will have to do what I have in mind. This is it. This is the time, and I mean, I'm gonna take advantage of it. I'm just gonna do what it takes. I will do what it takes to be there and achieve what I have, you know, what I have in mind, and that is to become a world champion once again at 118 pounds.
Latin Fury, Pinoy Power. Top Rank combines two explosive events in one blockbuster night. Nonito Donaire, the Filipino Flash, continues his quest for global supremacy in a second weight division against Mexican star Gerson Guerrero. World champion Fernando Montiel defends his bantamweight title, unleashing his fury against the Philippine Ciso Morales. Saturday, February 13th, live on pay-per-view. Nonito Donaire has wowed the boxing world with his speed and power, hence the nickname, the Filipino Flash.
Donaire is one of the best fighters around at any weight. He can knock out his opponents, he can outbox his opponents.
Donaire sees his quickness as his primary weapon.
Speed is power. As you can see, you know, punches, people who are a fighter usually will tell you that if you can't see the punch, that will hurt you more.
Last August in Las Vegas, Donaire took on former champion Rafael Concepcion for the vacant World Super Flyweight title. Although Donaire made weight, his opponent came in well over the limit, presenting an unexpected obstacle.
You know, his hands was heavy, and I was really light at that weight. You know, I weighed in at 122 and he weighed in at 130 something from what I've heard. So each punch that he threw at me, you know, I love to move. So every time he throws at me, my balance is up, and I get pushed off. So it was more of a cautious thing.
After he beat Concepcion for the title, Donaire decided the time had come to find a new trainer, someone who would push him to become more aggressive rather than hold back, as he had been told by his corner during the Concepcion fight. Donaire found in former world champ Roberto Garcia just what he was looking for.
I think the whole situation with my coaches being so cautious, instead of just, you know, telling me to just go for it, be a fighter, be a warrior, you know. And I know Robert's gonna tell me that. He's gonna tell me, you know, you gotta be a warrior. You know, he's gonna tell me you're gonna be a Mexican warrior. I'm like, I'm Filipino, man.
Against Mexican knockout specialist Gerson Guerrero, Donaire wants to show that he's capable of stepping up his fight game even more.
Well, one thing that I want to see for myself, because I feel that each time as a fighter, you can get better.
Latin Fury, Pinoy Power. Top Rank combines 2 explosive events in one blockbuster night. Nonito Donaire, the Filipino Flash, continues his quest for global supremacy in a second weight division against Mexican star Gerson Guerrero. World champion Fernando Montiel defends his bantamweight title, unleashing his fury against the Philippine Ciso Morales. Saturday, February 13th, live on pay-per-view.